Hello and welcome along to part 4 of this special Christmas mini-series from FM19 with me, Daniel. For those of you that haven't been with us so far, we're trying to save Newcastle United. They were marooned at Christmas and we took over in the new year with the hope of trying to get them out of a perilous position. You can click on the eye above to catch up with the first 3 episodes of the series, but today we're cracking on with 3 of our final 5 games. They're the 3 winnable ones, and I wouldn't really like to leave it till the final 2. The last 2 games tomorrow in the final episode will be against Everton and Chelsea, but today we've got Huddersfield, West Ham and Crystal Palace, where we really probably need a win and a draw to make sure we survive. We haven't played any games since the last episode. Obviously we finished it off with 2 defeats against 2 of the best sides in the league, but after that we were still in 16th place and 5 points clear of the relegation zone, although Cardiff do have a game in hand. But considering we started this challenge on 10 points, we're doing really well to be out of the relegation zone, and if we can get a result against either Huddersfield, West Ham or Palace, who are all in mid-table with not much to play for, we could be safe by the end of this episode, meaning we can have a party tomorrow. The good news since the last episode is everyone's starting to come back from injury. Obviously Matt Ritchie made his way off the bench in the last game. We've got Butland who may be fit next week, but if not, certainly the following one. So that means our lineup for today is Dubravka in goal, Dummett and Yedlin are the fullbacks with Clark and Lascelles in the middle. Sissoko continues on the right wing because he was our best player in those 2 defeats. And then Shelvey and Drinkwater in central midfield. Barkley plays behind Muto. We'll be expecting a 25-yard cracker with Barkley's left foot, as he did in every game of the last episode. And then Kennedy's running off the left wing, trying to support the attacks. Let's get into the match and hope we can secure survival. A 4-2-3-1 for Huddersfield, very similar to us, just a slightly more advanced right winger. Solanke's up front for them, which is a slight change to normal, but other than that, it's as we expect. We're going to go to a positive mentality for all 3 of these games, as we really should be trying to get a result. If we can get 1 or 2 up, then we may drop down. The ball's fallen to Huddersfield in midfield as we get our first highlight of the match, but as we come to the end of this series with just 1 or 2 episodes left, let me know what you've thought of it. If it's something you've enjoyed, we can either do more challenges in the future, or we can continue this save for another year and see where we can take this Newcastle side. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and if not, we'll just carry on with our 2 main stories, or we can try and get this in addition, as we've gone 1-0 up. Muto with a brilliant goal, a wonderful cross from the left from Kennedy, I think it was, and Muto beats Lerzel with a brilliant header, and it's into the bottom corner, and survival's on the cards. Let's get the bottom of the table on show. We're now 7 points clear as it stands, and we've got another corner with Dummett. To the back post, Muto scored again. I thought it was going straight in, I was holding my breath, but what a goal by Muto, and he very rarely turns up with 2 goals in a game. In fact, I don't think he's scored more than 1 since we've been here, so a wonderful turn up from him, and we lead 2-0. It was Dummett with a cross for the first, and he's put a corner in again, but Lerzel's there to deal with it. A frantic start, but another one like the last episode, where we started like an absolute house on fire. Kennedy with the ball on the left-hand side to Drinkwater. He finds Barkley. Can we get a special? Oh, we can! Off the underside of the bar. What a wonderful goal. And for the first time, he's done it with his right foot now. Ross Barkley has been the signing of the window. Absolutely incredible. And a massive thank you to Chelsea for transfer listing him. He's the highest paid player at the club, but my word is he earning it. As we come to the end of this season, I'm absolutely loving life at Newcastle, particularly with the few additions we've made. So if you do want me to continue the story, I'm more than happy to do it in addition. We haven't got any content from FM19 on Friday at the moment, so we could make it a weekly series if need be. Stefan with the ball on the right for Huddersfield, the left-hand side for them, but we're bringing it away, and with 25 minutes gone, the game's almost won already. Congolo gets it into Pritchard and now Moy. Pritchard again. He's coming forward down the middle to Hogg. Over the top to Stefan. Stefan's going to deliver to Solanke and he's put it wide. Muto scored chances like that, which is the difference between the 2 sides. It's a goal kick for Dubravka. Lots of highlights in this game. We hadn't had many in the first couple of episodes, but since we've gone to a positive mentality, we've really started to dominate games against these types of sides. Kachunga gets it inside to Hogg. Hogg finds Moy. Moy coming forward, and now Huddersfield starting to get a bit of territory, but Kennedy's back defending and does really well there. And Dummett will clear it long. Already got 2 assists in this game. Can he get a third now with the ball over the top? Zanka clears it away to Durm. Long over the top towards Solanke, but Lascelles goals is there, and we're defending so strongly at the moment as Sissoko starts another attack. Drinkwater to Shelvey and Sissoko. 3 key players in the middle for us there. Muto charging at the defence again. He's got 2 running off him. Finds Kennedy on the left side of the box. Delivers and Zank heads away. Only falls to Dummett. He's added a goal now as well. For the second episode in succession, we're 4-0 up in the first half. And Paul Dummett has been an absolute superstar in this game. 2 assists and now a goal. And a wonderful finish to put us safe for the season. It looks like tomorrow's episode is going to be a party. Stefan coming forward for Huddersfield. Charging at defence unopposed. Goes for the shot. But it's straight at Dubravka and that's easy enough. It looks like it's going to be 4-0 at half-time, and what a wonderful performance by Newcastle. Clark goes back to the keeper and we clear it. I was going to say long, but it doesn't go particularly far. Stefan charging at us again. He has looked like the one danger man for them, but he puts it comfortably wide, and it is going to be 4-0 at the break. A brilliant performance, and we're 8 points clear of the relegation zone. Nothing to say after that half. Let's get straight into the second. It's an absolutely brilliant result so far, and it looks like we could be all but safe at the end of this game. We'll have just 4 games left and be 8 points clear, and as long as Cardiff don't win their game in hand, we should be alright. They're away to Liverpool today, so I can't see them getting a result there, and we've just got to hope that the others falter too. Schindler's got the ball at the back for Huddersfield. They are starting to dominate possession a little bit. I don't know if they're coming forward more. We're just going to drop our mentality after this attack. Solanke shoots from the edge. It's a good goal. And we will go back to balance now just to make sure we don't let this lead slip. I know it's 4-0 and unlikely, but stranger things have happened in football. Half an hour to go and it's 4-1. Dubravka with the goal kick for Newcastle. Goes long. I'm not sure about the director's angle again there. Sissoko flicks it on and he's probably going to chase his own ball there. He is, but he's not going to get there before Schindler. Muto closing in as well, but it's a nice ball out from Huddersfield. They're coming forward down the left with Mbenza. He's bringing it forward. He's got plenty of time and space to run into. Goes to the right-hand side to Stefan, but Kennedy again is back defending. Drinkwater clears it long to Barkley on halfway. Goes back to Kennedy. He's got Barkley again. If he can find him, he does. Barkley starts to charge at the defence. Do we know what's coming? He normally shoots from here. He does. But this time it's not on target. A rare miss for Ross Barkley. We're going to take Kennedy off. We're going to bring Jacob Murphy on for him on the left wing. I think he can just stay as a winger. We're happy enough with that. Sissoko's going to move into central midfield for Shelvey. And Shelvey's going to be replaced by Matt Ritchie, who will come back on in his normal position. The inverted winger on support, where he was doing so well before he got injured. Sissoko goes box to box, Drinkwater into the deep lying role. And we'll get back into the game and save our final change for the later stages. Pritchard with a cross to Zanka. Good save by Dubravka. And it's cleared away, but only back out to Pritchard. Now Moy on the edge. Back out to the right again. He's overhit it though. Terrible from Huddersfield. And it's a goal kick. 4-1 with 15 minutes to go. Dubravka puts it long over the top. Schindler tries to get there, but Muto, brilliant in the air, wins it for Ritchie. Ritchie beats the first man. He slid in, but he didn't quite catch him. Cuts inside, goes for the shot. Lurzel tips it over the bar. A wonderful effort from Matt Ritchie, but it remains 4-1. He's going to take the corner though, an in-swinger from him. It's coming in from the right-hand side. Can he find a man? He does, but it's headed away by Mbenza. Solanke's fouled, and unfortunately the highlight ends. A free kick for Pritchard for Huddersfield. Goes for the shot. Dubravka gets there and not sure about the reflexes. And the rebound's put in. Dubravka again with a mistake. It seems to happen so often. We need Jack Butland back quick. We're just going to make sure we don't concede another goal. Key's going to come on for Sissoko. He's going to drop down to a central midfielder or just another deep lying midfielder. I don't know which role he's best in out of the two. One of them's going to be a support and Drinkwater will stay on defend. Let's just shore up and make sure we win the game as we drop to a cautious mentality as well. Barkley gets the delivery into Muto, wins the header, but it's just over the bar. I'm not sure about some of the camera angles we've seen today, but with 5 minutes to go, we're under pressure again. It's a header by Solanke, it's hit the bar, and we're living very dangerously, and I almost regret saying that it was over at 3 or 4-0, as they've really put up a fight in the second half. I'm not very happy with that bit of the performance, but a wonderful first half wins us the game and hopefully we'll be safe in the Premier League. Just 15 seconds left and the ball's at the feet of Yedlin. Goes long to Muto. Coming over halfway to Ritchie on the right-hand side. Ritchie's got time. He's not looking in any sort of hurry. He's challenged again by Williams and it's a foul and Ritchie will take the free kick if we've got time. Here he goes then, an in-swinger. It's a nice dangerous position, but he doesn't even get to take it. A 4-2 win, a wonderful first half performance, and we had enough in the bank to cling on in the second. We're 7 points clear of Leicester, who managed to win away at Wolves, and we've just got to make sure we can get one more result out of the next 2 games. A really brilliant side we've built here, and we're loving this challenge, and we're loving Newcastle United. We'll be back in a moment for the second game against West Ham. Okay, straight to the second game against West Ham. We're at home against a mid-table side, and a win would surely wrap up survival today, going into the final 3 games of the season. It's been brilliant so far, and we're boosted today by the return of Butland in goal. He's not quite fully fit, so we're going to keep Dubravka on the bench just in case, but the rest of the team is almost identical, just Richie coming back in for Sissoko, who gets the game's rest after a brilliant spell for us. Having him on the bench as a game changer is quite exceptional, and it gives us yet more options off the bench. Dummett and Yedlin are the fullbacks with Clark and Lascelles in the middle, Richie on the right as we've mentioned with Shelvey and Drinkwater, then Barkley behind Muto and Kennedy running off the left. Let's get into the match and hope we can get another positive result. A slightly more defensive 4-3-3 for West Ham, but they've got plenty of quality up there. Yarmolenko, Arnautovic and Anderson. That's probably a 6th or 7th place Premier League side. But let's get into the first half and hopefully we can get some pressure on them. We're going for a positive mentality. We may change it back because West Ham have got some good individual players, but we start the game going positive and trying to create chances early doors. Cresswell coming down the left-hand side as we're pushed back despite trying to get on the front foot, but the highlight ends and it's still 0-0. The ball's at the back for West Ham with Fabianski, who plays it out to Rice. Rice with a long ball down the right-hand side. Clark heads it away as far as Kennedy, and now we can counter. He's got space to run into and men supporting. Goes up to Muto, he's in one-on-one, puts it in the bottom corner. Muto is on fire. He goes for the acrobatic celebration, which I'm not a big fan of, but with half an hour gone, the first attacking highlight of the match, our second shot on target, and it's 1-0. Here's a surprise with 5 minutes to the break. Jack Wilshere's picked up a knock as Butland saves a Cresswell free kick and Drinkwater clears. Can Wilshere not get injured in any game? I don't think so. We've got a corner with Shelvey just before the break. Into the back post. Arnautovic heads away. Falls for Lascelles and he half volleyed it into the bottom corner. What a finish. Again, not sure about the camera angle. We left it on director to see what it's like. It's not been the best, but Lascelles' finish was certainly out of the top drawer. Guardado with a free kick for West Ham, into Arnautovic and Lascelles at the other end now, heading the ball off the line. Barkley's composed in the right back area and gets it away to Muto. Muto holds it up. Will he take on his man? He does, but Rice clears it for a throw. Yedlin will take it. Goes back to Barkley. Yedlin again. Now Shelvey inside to Drinkwater. Richie, we're playing some lovely intricate football in here. Drinkwater again on the edge. Goes for the shot, but it's over the bar. If that had been on his right, we might have fancied it. But half time here and we lead 2-0 at home to West Ham. What a side we've got and what a tactic we've built here. Working to perfection and we lead at the break. We're into the second half, Muto to Barkley, and we can get going again playing this football. We'll stay on the front foot for now because it seems to be working and West Ham's midfield can't really get into it. 5 minutes gone in the second half and it's still comfortably 2-0. Very quiet second half, just over 15 minutes to go. It's West Ham with a throw on the right and Yarmolenko brings it down. Tries to cross but it blocks and it's back out to Aubameyang and Oxford. Into Arnautovic but Lascelles again is a man mounted at the back. It's flicked on to Guardado. The only disappointment today is we haven't seen a Ross Barkley special yet. He tends to produce one every game, so do we leave him on in a hope of seeing it? Dummett with a challenge and it's fallen for Javier Hernandez and he's put it in the top corner and we need to probably drop to balance now just to make sure we don't get overrun in the middle, and we're going to make a couple of subs too. Richie's tired, we don't blame him, he's just back from injury. Sissoko comes back on as a winger on support. Shelvey's not had the best game either. Don't know if we've got any other options in the middle really. We could drop Barkley back. I think he can play as a deep line playmaker. And then Shelvey will be replaced by a Jose Perez with some pace up front. And on the left, Kennedy's not had the best game either. He did get the assist, but we're going to bring Jacob Murphy on for him. 3 subs made and just 10 minutes to see out the game. Barkley's got the ball in the middle. Goes out to the right to Sissoko. He's got a chance to charge at the defence here. Can he produce some magic again? Lovely ball for Drinkwater and it's just wide. Good first time effort, but it just beats the post as well as Fabianski. 5 minutes of stoppage time and hopefully we can hold on. It's a throw-in for West Ham. It's the last chance, surely. Oxford into Lanzini. The whistle goes for full time. And Newcastle are going to be safe, everyone. We've won back-to-back games again. And we're 7 points clear with just 9 to play for. Surely we've done enough. But one more result against Palace would finish this episode in style. We'll be back in a minute for that game. Time for the third and final game of this episode, and it could be finishing in style as we could secure survival today. All we've got to do is win, and it doesn't matter what happens elsewhere. And for some reason we're heavy favourites coming into this game, despite the fact that Palace are 9th and just 2 points off 7th place Tottenham. Let's look at the team for today. We'll make sure we pick it together. I think we're going to go unchanged, to be honest, after the last one. I can't see a reason to make changes. We'll just bring Keon to the bench in place of Dubravka. Now Butland's a little bit fitter. So Butland's in goal, Dummett and Yedlin the fullbacks, Clark and Lascelles in the middle, Ritchie on the right with Shelvey and Drinkwater in central midfield, Barkley behind Muto and Kennedy off the left. It's becoming a very familiar lineup and I'm able to roll it off in one take every time. Lovely stuff all around. Let's get into it and see what the result is. A 4-2-3-1 for Palace, the same formation as us with the exception that Zaha's a bit more advanced than Ritchie and Dummett's going to have his work cut out today. Let's get into the first half and see if our positive mentality works as well again. It's a throw-in on the right for Yedlin. They've got our old boy Florian Lejeune playing centre-half today with Sacco. Dummett's coming down the left-hand side. His pass is blocked, but he's got another chance to get it into Muto. And Muto continues his heroics in this episode. His 4th goal in the 3 games. And what a fantastic turn-up it's been from him after a pretty barren spell in front of goal for most of this save. But he's coming good now, just when we need it most. What a fantastic time to score, and we lead 1-0. We've got another throw on the right, 10 minutes to the break. Not many highlights in this game, but if each one leads to one of our goals, we'll be happy. Yedlin to Kennedy, hits the post and a great tackle puts it behind. I think it was Lejeune with the last-ditch challenge on him, and it's behind for a corner kick. It's a throw-in the left-back area for Palace. Insua finds Maya. Maya back to Insua again. He's going to go long at some point, surely. There's men up there, and there it goes, right over the top, and Benteke doesn't even chase. Lascelles gets the ball at the back to Clark. Clark's got 2 men inside in Drinkwater. He's got another man out wide in Kennedy. Kennedy can take on the fullback now. He's got space to run into. Comes inside and finds Barkley. Barkley out to the right. Rich, he's just over here, so he's got to chase it. Does cut inside, though. He's got Yedlin running back behind him. Yedlin's going to deliver. Finds Barkley. It's headed away, but a penalty's given. Who's going to take it? It says Ritchie. I don't know if he's the best penalty taker here. He is, so we'll just leave him on it, and we've got a chance to make it 2 again. Here he comes then, Ritchie stepping up. Can he do it from 12 yards? Of course he can. Slides it in the bottom corner, sending the keeper the wrong way. A wonderful first half again, and we lead 2-0 at the break. Half time, much like the last game, we've dominated, we've been brilliant, and the lads just continue to amaze me. I'm absolutely loving this save. I don't know how I've managed to get this team to be so good. I can't take much of the credit for it. I've just turned up, put them in a formation, and they've absolutely gone. They've been absolutely brilliant. Just 20 minutes to go. We'll think about changes in a minute. We've got to start to reflect on how good this save's been. I don't know how this side have been so good. I'd love to do another year with them, so let me know down in the comments if it's something you want to see. If not, we won't worry about it, but I will happily do some episodes from this series if need be. Ritchie's getting the ball from an in-swinger. Don't forget we've got the last one coming up tomorrow, which hopefully will have a bit of a party atmosphere to it, especially as we play 2 of the bigger sides in the league, and the likes of Drinkwater and Barkley will be going back to Chelsea. 15 minutes to go, let's make the subs. Ritchie again, he's done 75 minutes, let's give the lad a rest. He's been absolutely brilliant for us when he's played, just a shame he had that knock. Barkley's been the weakest player on the pitch for once, so Perez on for him. We're very disappointed that Barkley's gone 2 games without a screamer. And the lone E Kennedy can come off as we try to give Jacob Murphy some football, the young winger. Let's see if he can do something special. With 10 minutes to go, it's 2-0. It's a corner for Palace, just a minute and a half plus stoppage time, into the back post and Shelvey heads away for Perez. Now we've got a counter on, goes to Muto. He's got 2 men trying to get up in support. They're busting a gut to get in there, but the ball's poor and Sacco's able to mop up. He goes back to the keeper. Chips it up towards halfway, but Clark wins the header. Only as far as Townsend though. Townsend's got time to charge at us against his former club. Switches it to Zaha, but Yedlin heads away. Sissoko flicks it on for Drinkwater. And now we can counter again. Can we make it 3 and put a bit of gloss on the victory? Muto gets the ball on the edge of the box. Charges in on the left-hand side, but is shot straight at the keeper when he really should have squared it to Sissoko. We're into the stoppage time, and it looks like we're going to win it with just 15 seconds left. Shelvey into the back post. The keeper claims, but as soon as he kicks it, I'm sure the whistle will go. What a wonderful performance. We have secured survival in the Premier League with 2 games to spare, despite being 8 points behind when we took over. A wonderful success in the challenge, and we go into the last episode of the series in party atmosphere tomorrow. A 2-0 win, and we couldn't be more happy. We'll finish the episode by looking at the league table so we can see how well we've done. But in fact, we've been taken to the congratulations screen. We're up in 12th place overall. That's not bad at all. You can see we had it on medium normal difficulty there, but to be 12th place overall is brilliant, and how people can be ahead of us with Manchester United I do not know. You should not get that many points for keeping the United side in this game in the Premier League. The top 6 are fair enough, and the one with Watford's fine as well, but we should be up in 8th place. But we're not too worried about that, we didn't even know it was there. Let's see if we can get back to the screen to see the league table. There's the confirmation then. We've reached 40 points with 2 games to go, which means we've got 31 points since we've been here. A brilliant turnout, and I've absolutely loved managing this side. We will be back tomorrow with the last 2 games of the season, as well as a review of the club and the players and the challenge in full. As I've said a couple of times, if you do want to see another season from this save, then let me know in the comments, and if enough of you like it, then we'll dedicate some time to it. I'll certainly have no issue managing these boys for another season. But that will be all for this episode. If you did enjoy it, please put a thumbs up on the video. Let me know down in the comments what you think of this side. We're going to do a roundup tomorrow, so let me know who you think's been our best player of the series. And if you're all in agreement, we'll give them a special mention. As we come to the end of this Christmas weekend challenge, don't forget that we'll be back with our 2 long-term FM19 stories. Firstly, the head coach on Saturday, where we work under a director of football with no say in transfers or contracts. We move clubs in the last episode before Christmas, so there's certainly going to be plenty of action in the next one. And on Sunday, we're back with part of the furniture, our FM19 story with Torquay United. A one-club challenge where we take them from the lowest playable league in England all the way to the top of English and European football. There's also weekly content from our FIFA 19 lower league career with Crew Alexandra, which will be out at the slightly earlier time of 4 o'clock tomorrow, as we make sure we've got this save out at 4:30. There's also a transfer window special coming up over the New Year period, so keep your eyes peeled on the channel for that from FIFA 19 in the new year. But a massive thanks for watching this one as always, and I'll see you tomorrow for the final instalment of this series.